Hi everyone. It looks really strange. I see it now. Every time I start streaming, I always do like this with my toes. There is something strange about this. So now I got this new funny joke about every beginning of my lesson. So if you see that I don't do like this in the beginning of my lesson, that there is something strange with me, because statistically I do this almost every lesson. So hi everyone, welcome to our new lesson number 16 of our marathon. Today we go with the revision of can and could, the topic of previous lesson, and today we go with two more modal verbs. So these are going to be must and have to. So we'll talk about obligations, we'll talk when somebody pushes us to do something, or when we really understand what is the importance of doing something in our everyday life. So we go with the revision first, can and could, and then we go with new material. Let's go, repeat with me everything I say, because this topic is not new for you. You already covered this lesson. Let's go. So, can and could. Can fish fly? No, fish cannot fly. Can mammals fly? No, mammals cannot fly too. Can birds fly? Yes, most birds can fly. Which bird cannot fly? Ostrich cannot fly. So, fish, mammal, bird, ostrich. We use can to say that something is possible. We use can to say about some opportunities, some physical ability. The negative of can is cannot. The contraction of cannot is can't. So, the contraction is like short form. The contraction of cannot is can't. What is the negative of can? The negative of can is cannot. When do we use can? We use can to say about something possible. We use can to say about somebody's abilities. What is the contraction of cannot? The contraction of cannot is can't. Ability, possibility. Can you open the door? Yes, I can open the door. No, I cannot open the door. Can we go out tonight? Yes, we can go out tonight. No, we cannot go out tonight. Can you open the door? Yes, I can. No, I can't. Can we go out tonight? Yes, we can. No, we cannot. Or, no, we can't. So, when we say about short forms, we can say sometimes we say it as a short form if we feel this is like you need it in your first speech. You say, no, we can't. But if you have enough time, you say, no, we cannot. So, in more official communication, you better use fewer contractions, better not use. So if you're talking in the office, you say, no, I cannot do this work. But if you talk to your friend, you say, oh, no, I can't go with you. So you can use less official style in everyday communication. So let's go with more examples we used. Can he touch the ceiling? Can he touch the ceiling? Yes, he can touch the ceiling. Yes, he can touch the ceiling. Can she touch the ceiling? Can she touch the ceiling? No, she cannot touch the ceiling. Or, no, she can't. No, she can't. About him, yes, he can. Yes, he can. Touch the ceiling. Go out tonight. I can visit my parents today, but I could not see my parents last weekend because I was busy. So, Mark can jump and touch the ceiling, but he could not jump and touch the ceiling when he was a child. Now he is an adult. So, about the situation, question. For ability and opportunity in the past, we use could. To be busy. Repeat, to be busy. It means to have no time, to have no free time. I'm busy. Ability, opportunity. Adult. Vision and speech are abilities. A chance to visit parents on weekend, it's opportunity. So, Is vision ability or opportunity? Vision is an ability. Is speech ability or opportunity? Speech is ability, or if it's about English, you can say English is an opportunity. So if you speak, for example, Russian language or Kazakh language, and this is your speech, it's your ability from your childhood when you were a child. This, like, if you can speak or not. But when you can speak your language and you get one extra foreign language like English, Chinese, Japanese, and so on, you can one more, you know 2 languages now. This becomes your opportunity to get new chances, new things happening in your life. So, next one. Is traveling ability or opportunity? Traveling is ability sometimes, and sometimes traveling is opportunity. So if you need physically to go somewhere, it's about ability, if you can or not to travel, because you need to walk with your feet, for example, and move. But for some people, traveling becomes opportunity because they meet new person. It's opportunity, it's new chance. So it can be both, actually. Ability plus opportunity altogether. The same as English, right? So, what do we use for ability or opportunity in the past? For ability and opportunity in the past, we use could. Melanie can sing, not see, but sing. Melanie can sing well. Charles can dance well. Question about childhood. I can play the piano. Can sing, Melanie. Can sing, can dance, can play the piano. So, can Melanie sing well? Yes, she can. Can I play the piano? Well, yes, you can. Could I play the piano as a child? No, you couldn't. So that will be a negative form. No, you couldn't. Could Melanie sing well as a child? No, she couldn't. Could Douglas or Charles dance well as a child? No, he couldn't. So this is about past form, negative past form, negative past. I can, I cannot. I can teach you English, I cannot teach you English. After the lesson, I cannot, right? When the lesson is over. But actually, when you watch the video with my stream, you can improve your English. So that's the thing. Next one, when we talk about past, yesterday I could do the lesson with you, or yesterday I couldn't do the lesson with you. So this is how it works. When we talk about, I will double check because it sounds like we don't have it streaming. Oh no, it does. It's pretty strange. Okay, so looks like it's still streaming, but in pretty strange level of the signal. Yeah, anyways, it looks like it's still streaming. Good, that's why we move on. Probably the quality will be not so good, but I hope it will be easy for you to hear me. So, about family, we can say about, for example, mom and dad. Father can drive fast. Mom can cook tasty. Mom can cook tasty. My brother can write beautiful essay. Question. Could my father or could your father drive fast as a child? No, he couldn't drive fast as a child. Or could your dad drive fast as a teenager? You can say yes, he could. Yes, he could. How about mom? Can your mom cook tasty food? Yes, she can. Could your mom cook tasty food as a child? No, she couldn't. Can your brother write beautiful essays? Yes, he can. Could your brother write beautiful essays as a teenager? Yes, he could. So it all depends on the age, yes? When we talk about age, we say as a child, as a teenager, as an adult, So, foggy. It was foggy, so the plane couldn't take off. Why couldn't the plane take off? The plane couldn't take off because it was foggy. It was cold, so I couldn't take off my sweater. Why couldn't I take off my sweater? You couldn't take off your sweater because it was cold. You couldn't take off. The plane couldn't take off. So when you talk about clothes, it's taking off, putting on. When about plane, taking off, landing. So that's how it works. More example. Land we can use as the synonym as well, or as the noun as well. For example, land, this is the surface. For example, I have a land, my own place, like garden is my land. But to land, it means about plane to get to the land, So this is example. So, can you take off your jacket, please? Yes, of course, certainly. Can I take off my shoes? Of course, certainly. So we use can or could to ask for permission. Can I take off my shoes? Could usually sounds as more polite form. Could you take off your shoes, please? Certainly. Of course. Can we use can or could to ask for permission? Yes, we can use can or could to ask for permission. Which sounds more polite? Could sounds more polite. Can you play the guitar? Yes, I can play the guitar. Or no, I cannot play the guitar. Could you play the guitar, please? Of course. Or could you play the guitar as a child? Yes, I could. Or no, I couldn't play the guitar as a child. So compare the sentences. Could you play the guitar, please? This is about some request, like asking somebody to do something. But could you play it as a child? When you talk about past, then this is just can, talking about the previous situation, okay? So this is not polite form of asking something. This is about some situation in the past. As a child, this is about the past. Can you play chess? Yes, I can play chess. No, I cannot play chess. Could you play chess as a teenager? Yes, I could play chess as a teenager. No, I couldn't play chess as a teenager. Can you play chess with me, please? Can you play chess with me, please? I ask you to do this, right? I can say can, but more polite will be could you? Could you play chess with me? Like, let's do this, okay? So this is about asking you to do something. Can you drive fast? Yes, I can drive fast. No, I cannot drive fast. Can you cook tasty food? Yes, I can cook tasty food. No, I cannot cook tasty food. Could you drive fast as a child? No, I couldn't drive fast as a child. Could you cook tasty food as a teenager? Yes, I could cook tasty food as a teenager. So this is where we have revised can and could, and now we move to two more modal verbs in English. They are must and have to. I'm quite sure you heard about these modal verbs, and today we will talk about where we use them, where we use must and where we use have to. So let's go with examples first. Must and have to. The sign says passengers must show their tickets. So passengers had to show their tickets. During the lessons, students have to listen carefully what the teachers say. You must listen carefully to what I say. The children have to be in bed by 9 o'clock. So, what do parents say? Let's go. You must be in bed by 9 o'clock. By 9 o'clock. I have to finish my thesis for doctorate by the end of the month. My professor told me about it yesterday. He said, repeat, you must finish your thesis for doctorate by the end of the month. We use must and have to say that something is necessary. We need it. Like, you must go. It means it's important. It's important to you to go. We have to see our parents. It's like important for us. So we talk about must and have to. We use them to say that something is necessary. We need to do this. Necessary. So when we use the past or the future, we need to use a form of have to, because must is only about present. We say I must go, I must drive, I must see, I must do. But I will have to drive. I had to go. So have to in the past is had to. Have to in present is have to, has to. I have to, he has to. He has to. But when we talk about future, will have to, shall have to. So these are forms of have to in the past, in the present, in future. But must, we only use in present. I must go, I must do, I must clean, I must wash my car, wash my face, and so on, when something is really necessary. So let's get more examples, you understand how to use it. For example, before that, let's first revise the words we used. We talked about thesis. Thesis, this is a special word we use for special document. It's like report, like paper, which we use for doctorate degree. What is doctorate? Doctorate, repeat with me, doctorate. Or we also call it PhD. PhD, it's professor degree. It's academic degree awarded by universities. Awarded, it means given by university. So this is called doctorate. My doctorate, I have my doctorate, it means I have a diploma of PhD of professor. It means I can teach in universities, I have a lot of experience, I do researches and so on in some field where I work. So, and thesis, this is special academic work you do, some research you do in order to give it, and then you get the special, let's say, cap of professor. You become professor after you do your thesis. So, for example, for students, for bachelor degree, for student, if you want to become specialist in some field, you have 4 years or 5 years in university, you become a student, and then you get a diploma work done, you prepare some work, you write your thoughts, your ideas there, and then you present it, you speak, you make speech, and then you get a diploma. diploma. So you did diploma work, special work. But for doctor, for professor, for doctorate degree, it's higher position than just student or bachelor. You need the more important, you need the research, and this part of research is going to be put in the thesis. Thesis is like special work, academic work. So let's go further. So PhD thesis, this is how it's called. One more statement, let's go through it, right? Repeat with me. PhD, professor, yes. PhD thesis, it is official piece of research which PhD students must do in order to get doctoral degree. A word. So a word, this is, for example, if you are a famous actor and if you do a great role in some movie, in some film, you get a award, you get some special prize, which is like, yeah, he's the best actor, like Nobel Prize. It's also very important award in the area of science, mathematics, history, mathematics, chemistry, physics. They award with Nobel Prize. Nobel Prize is like also Nobel Prize. This is like special prize, which is an award. This prize, okay? So we have been in the middle of discussion that must and have to are used in different tenses. So when we talk about that somebody, I must study, it means I must study now. You must study, this is about now. But if we talk about future, if we talk about past, we use had to, will have to, and in present have to or has to. So, and let's go with more examples about yeah, and we were talking about doctorate, yes? So, question to you, do you have to drive to your office or go by bus? Do you have to drive to your office, you're a driver, or go by bus? You can say, I have to go by bus. I have to go by bus. If not, you say, I have to drive to get to my office. So two versions. Do you have to drive to your office or go by bus? I have to drive to my office. Second variant, I have to go by bus to my office. Why do you have to go, let's say, by bus? I have to go by bus because I have no car. So compare. I have to go by bus. It's I need it. It's necessary. I have to go by bus because I have. This is already about possession. My car. I have no car. This is about what I have or not. I have short hair. I have green eyes. This is about have. Yes. I have no car. That's why I have to. Have to. It means I must. I have to go by bus. So this is the difference because have to. Two different words. Have to, this is about necessary to do something. I have to go. It means this is my idea. I must go right now. It's necessary. It's important. But I have children. I have some free time. This is about what is mine. What is mine? Absolutely different meaning. Next one. So we use. When do we use must and have to? When do we use them? We use must when the speaker, me for example, feels that something is necessary, like I need to do this. Like, we must exercise or we must speak English during the lesson. We use have to instead of must for situations when situation shows that we need to do something. For example, we must study hard. This is how we feel. But children are sleeping. We have to be silent. So this is because of situation. So when we talk about present and we have a choice between must and have to, we decide, is this what we feel or is this the situation? So if this is how we feel, I must work more. I must get some lunch because I'm hungry. I feel it like this. We use must because it's necessary for me. But have to, it's when situation pushes us to do like this. Children are sleeping. Shh. You have to be silent. You have to be silent. You say, I have to, yes. It's according to situation. So this is the difference between must and have to. Next one. For example, right? The words we used. Shh. Be quiet. Be quiet is like, shh, not speaking like this. Be quiet. Do exercises. So this is the phrases we used. So do we use must or have to when the speaker feels that something is necessary? We use must when the speaker feels that something is necessary. Do we use must or have to when situation makes something necessary? We use have to when situation makes something necessary. So when it's about our feeling, we say I must. When it's about situation, I have to. I just have to because of situation. So this is the difference. Next one. I want to read the news. What do I need? You must buy a newspaper. So you must. Somebody is saying to me. But then, second, my boss asked me to buy a newspaper. What do I need to do? You have to buy a newspaper. You have to buy a newspaper. So, see the difference. I want to read the newspaper. What do I need? I must buy a newspaper. That's because this is how I feel. That's what I want. I must buy a newspaper. I must pay for it money and get it and read the news I'm interested at. But then my boss is saying, hey, Anastasia, you need to buy a newspaper for me. He needs a newspaper. And he tells this about me, so I don't need it. But this is my situation. That's why I go and I have to buy him a newspaper. I have to buy a newspaper. So here I must buy a newspaper because I want to read it. Here I have to buy a newspaper. I have to buy a newspaper because he wants me to buy it. Next one. I must can also express a wish. So wish, this is when we want something. So wish, this is what we want. I wish to get some new car. This is my dream. I wish to have a big house. This is my dream. I wish. I wish. Yes. Express, it means to show, to demonstrate it. So must, the modal verb must, can also express a wish. Remember Jinn in Aladdin. Make a wish. Like, say something you want. This to make a wish. Next one. So, the example with it. Express this one, which show it. We use must to express the wish, yes? And we use mustn't when we express something that is a bad idea. For example, you mustn't wear jeans in the office. You mustn't wear jeans in the office. You mustn't miss your English lesson. So miss, it means not coming. For example, you have a bus it goes at specific time, and then you come 5 minutes later and there is no bus. It means you missed it. You miss the bus. Or you come for the lesson and the lesson is over and you say no lesson. It means you miss the lesson. So must we use for a wish, must, and mustn't we actually use an opposite, something that is a bad idea. You mustn't smoke. It's a bad idea. You mustn't drink a lot of alcohol. That's a bad idea as well. That's bad for your health. You mustn't eat a lot of chocolates. That's a bad idea for your body. So, question. Must you see your doctor because of headache? Must you see your doctor because of headache? You say, yes, I must see my doctor because of headache. Headache is like when you have hurting head, headache. Or you say, no, I mustn't see my doctor because of headache. It means headache is not that trouble, not that big trouble. It's not a problem for me. I mustn't see my doctor. Or yes, I must see. It's something easier, like your wish, you want it, right? You think it's important for you. How about toothache? Like, So, must we brush our teeth to have no toothache? Must we brush our teeth to have no toothache? Toothache is like, when there is a trouble with your teeth. Toothache. Headache, toothache, like toothache. So, must we brush our teeth to have no toothache? You say, no, we mustn't brush our teeth to have no toothache. To have no toothache. Or you actually say, yes, we must brush our teeth to have no toothache. So if you teach a child, you usually say, you must brush your teeth. Yes, for have no toothache. So, tooth, this is tooth, one, tooth. But many of them you say teeth. Brush, it's like brush. So the thing you clean your teeth is called brush, toothbrush. And this action you do like this is brush, to brush, brushing your teeth. So toothache, like toothache. Headache, like you have problems with your ache. So ache, this is some pain. You have bad ache. You have heartache. So usually you shouldn't have it. I wish you not to have it, but this is just for your practice of English, okay? So just for your practice, nothing more. Only for your knowledge, but I wish you never have these troubles. So let's go with more examples. Headache, toothache. Do you have to wear warm clothes today? Do you have to, according to situation? Your situation is the weather. Do you have to wear warm clothes today? You say, yes, I have to wear warm clothes today because it's cold. Then you have to. If it's hot or warm, you say, no, I don't have to wear warm clothes today. I don't have to wear warm clothes today. Have to, we see the situation, like we check the weather. Do you have to wear a tie in the office? No, I don't have to wear a tie in the office. Or, yes, I have to wear a tie in the office. So, a tie, this is a special thing around your neck, like this. This is like official style, usually for gentlemen. Does your manager have to pay salary to you? Does your manager have to pay you a salary? Yes, my manager has to pay a salary. My manager has to, because it's he. He has to. You say, I have to. You have to. Repeat with me. I have to. I have to go. I have to go. According to situation. You have to go. You have to speak with me. She has to listen. She has to listen. He has to listen too. He has to listen too. We have to speak together. We have to listen to each other. We have to work. So this is what we say. The next one we go with the manager, right? Who has to pay a salary. He has, or she, if you have a woman manager, you say my boss or my manager. It's she. You say she has to pay me a salary. A salary. Salary, this is some money you get for your work which you do. For example, if you're an engineer, you should have good salary. You should earn a lot of money. If you IT specialist working in the internet or on computers, you also should have good salary. So, if your manager doesn't pay you salary, you say, no, my manager doesn't have to pay me a salary. Probably this is somebody else, not manager, but accountant. Accountant, this is a person who counts money, 1, 2, 3 in the company. Accountant. So this is a person who manages salary sometimes. Or this HR manager. HR manager, this is specialist who actually deals with people working for the company employees. So repeat with me, employee. This is when you work for some company, or you are a worker of some company. Next one. Next example. Pay. Pay means to give money. Pay. You pay for in supermarket. You pay money to get some food. You pay in the restaurant for your food. You get food and you pay for your food. Your manager pays a salary. This is money you get in once a month or twice a month and so on. A tie. Tie, this is special office style thing you put around your neck. Warm clothes, something which makes you feel comfortable, like, oh, okay, I feel good. Warm clothes. So singular, cloth, this is what you say, cloth, this is one piece. But about plural, like jeans, sweater, hoodie, something else, your jacket, you say clothes. You don't say clothes, no, you say clothes, like this. It's plural. I have 5 clothes on me. My shoes, my jeans, my hoodie, my hat, let's say my gloves, that's it. I have 5 pieces of clothes. So that's an example. Let's move on. I must do the shopping tonight. I must do the shopping tonight. I must, it means this is how I feel. I need something to eat and I go to the supermarket. I must do the shopping. I must buy some food because I need it. Next, I have to see my friends. I have to see my friends because they called me. If your friends call you and say, hey, Anastasia, we want to see you, then you have to see your friends. But if I sit like this, like, I want to see my friends, and you want to go, you say, I must go and see my friends. Hey, I must finish our lesson. I must go and see my friends now. It means this is what I want, not situation, not somebody calling, hey, Anastasia, I want it. Then I say, I must go and see my friends. I must go. But if they call me, hey Anastasia, come, and I say, I have to go. Guys, I have to go. I have something to do, okay? I have to go. So that's the thing. That's the difference. I must visit my parents on holiday. What does it mean? Situation or my wish? I must visit my parents on holiday. That's my wish. I must visit. I want to visit them. I must visit my parents. Sorry, no lesson on holidays. I must visit my parents. But I have to wear my parents. It's not really what I want, but this is a situation. I have to go, not because I want. And we also have a couple examples with about tonight. So let's imagine that I ask you questions about what you need to do or not. So what must you do tonight? What must you do tonight if you want to eat? What must you do tonight if you want to eat? I must do the shopping in supermarket. I must do the shopping in supermarket. It means you go and buy some food for yourself. Bread, hamburger, something else. You buy it from the supermarket or from some restaurant. You must. How about me? What must I do on weekend? What must I do on weekend? You must see your friends on weekend. You must see your friends because I told you about this, that it's my wish. I am going to see my friends. What must I do on holiday? What must I do on holiday, on the next holiday? You must visit your parents. You must visit your parents. This is what I want, right? I told you, this is not somebody's desire. This is what I want. You must visit your parents. Must I visit my parents tonight? No, you mustn't visit your parents tonight. You must visit your parents on holiday. Must I see my friends on holiday? No, you mustn't see your friends on holiday. You must see your friend on weekend. Must I do the shopping on weekend? No, you mustn't do the shopping on weekend. You must do the shopping tonight. Because I told you I have nothing to eat, right? So that's the reason why I need to go to the supermarket tonight. I'm hungry. I want to eat. I must go. I must go and buy something for myself. So that is how we use must. Let's sum up. Let's sum up together all the things. We use must and have to when we talk that something is necessary, something is important, we need something. But we use must when we talk about something we wish. But we use have to when there is a situation. I have to go. Somebody called me and I have to go. But when I want something, I say I must have a lesson with you. Because this is what I want, right? So I love my lessons. That's why I must have lessons with you because I decided to do. I need it for myself, not because somebody asked me. But when people say, hey, let's go to the mountains, I say, okay, I have to go. If I don't want, I say, okay, I have to go. So this is the difference. One more. If you say, I must do something, this is what you want. This is your wish. But you say, you mustn't. You mustn't. Like, no, don't do. This is opposite. Must and mustn't. They're very opposite. So, for example, I say, I must wash my face. It means I understand I need it. I mustn't wash my face. I mustn't wash my face. It means I cannot do this. It's not allowed. No, I cannot do it right now. Like, no do. So this is a difference. When you say, oh, you must go. You see, you must understand that you need to go. Oh, you mustn't go. Like, don't go. No, don't do this. You mustn't go. So when I talk to my students, this is the end of our lessons. The last remark I would really like to share with you. When I say you mustn't stop practicing your English, I say go. This is my extra motivation for you. You mustn't stop with your studies. That's what I say, because as very famous people say in the world, keep studying all your life. Go on, study and study. That's why I practice every day. I learn something new every day. I wish you the same, to practice with something new. But when I say you must, this is more like I tell about something which is important for you. You must eat healthy. It means no fast food. Eat healthy. You must do this. Not for me, because I want, but for you. And when you say, okay, I agree, I must eat healthy, it means you understand it. But when you say, okay, I have to eat healthy, it's because somebody is pushing you. So it's always better to say must, because must, it means that you want it. It's your wish. You say, oh, I must go, because you decided, okay? So sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's negative, but this is your wish, that's what you want. Have to, this is according to situation. Situation can be different. So I usually advise my students, change the situation, break the situation, do as you want, do as you feel doing, do as you must do, with your heart, with your soul, with your feeling, with your mind, with your brain, because nobody cares what you do, but you care. You need to care what you do. So here we stop our lesson. We got it in 2 parts, right? We got 2 streams together. I will put 2 streams together in our platform and you will be able to do your practice task. But I would really appreciate if you get back to can and could and revise this topic too, because we started with 2 modal verbs, can and could. They talk about ability and possibility, physical ability, right? And have to and must, this is about something stronger, pushing, obligation. So we need together to sum up our knowledge, our information about modal verbs. Can, could, must, have to. These 2 topics together, you need to compare them. That's why get back to your lesson. Feel free to do exercise again if you feel you need it. And then go to have to and must exercises. And I will see you in the next lesson for a new practice, for a new topic, for new material. Thank you everyone for joining the lesson, and I will see you the other day. Thank you. Bye-bye.